Hey Shannon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Alright, well, it's good to hear. I just want to kind of start you off with a few little housekeeping things. The main one I want to talk to you about is confidentiality. Just so you know, everything that you say today will stay between you and I. Everything is confidential. I will be documenting what we talk about today just for future reference and for my supervisors' needs. But I would also want you to be aware that if you are to say anything about inflicting self-harm or harm on others, I am if I can talk, that would help. I am mandated by the state to report that.
I understand.
Alright, well, do you want to get started talking about why you came in today?
Well, I just found out that I was pregnant, and I'm only 16 years old, and I'm just unsure of what to do because I can't drive, and my parents don't know, and I'm afraid that when they find out, they'll get really mad. And the father of the baby doesn't want anything to do with it. And I'm just thinking of just getting rid of the baby and not having to deal with it.
I've gathered a little bit from your expression that you seem really anxious and uneasy about your situation, and you are very, very afraid of letting down your parents.
Yeah. They really don't believe in having kids before marriage, and I don't want to let them do.
Well, the good news for you is that you do have multiple options.
Okay.
You do not have to leave if you don't want to. It is a serious decision, obviously, but an abortion always is an option. It's always out there for you.
Mm-hmm.
You also have adoption. There are open adoptions, so you would still have contact with the family of your child, as often as the other family agrees to. And then you also have the option, of keeping the babies. Somebody in your family could offer you some time or financial support to help raise your baby until you get on your feet and are able to kind of take more financial responsibility for that. It's a lot to take in, and I understand it's a really big decision, so
Yeah.
just make sure that you do what you want to do and not what your family and your friends are pressuring you into.
Yeah, there's just so many options. I just really need to think about what I want to do.
Why? You haven't told your parents, right?
Yeah, they don't know.
I don't know if you're ready to tell them yet, but one of our options maybe for our session next week is that we could bring them in here and you could kind of tell them in front of me. Maybe I could set them down right away. We could kind of all three of us or four of us talk together about, some different options that you do have, and I could introduce some resources to you guys just to kind of maybe ease their shock a little bit. Make it maybe a little bit more rational.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea because I'm scared of telling them by myself. And maybe with you there, they won't freak out. Yeah.
Well, would you be okay with me giving them a call sometime this week, or do you want to ask them to come in and then?
How about you? Can I have you call them?
Yeah, that's it.
But don't tell them.
I won't tell them why. I'll just tell them I met with you and you wanted them to come in if that was okay.
Okay.
Alright, well then we'll hopefully try to see you back here the same time next week.
That sounds good to me.
Alright, have a good week, Shannon.
Thanks, you too. Hello, Savannah. How are you doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Just a few general things. My name is Shannon Buerk. I'm a licensed social worker in the state of Ohio, and I graduated from the University of Cincinnati. Also, what I wanted to talk to you about was that anything that's said in here between you and me is just going to stay between you and me and my supervisor. And if you do say anything about harming yourself or harming anyone else, I do have to report that. So just want you to be clear on that and let you know.
Okay.
So do you want to talk to me about what brought you in here at all?
I mean, I guess. I don't really know why I'm here.
Well, I talked to the school that you go to, and they told me that there was a problem between you and a few other girls. Do you care to elaborate?
I don't get what the big deal is. She's wearing ugly outfits to school all year. All the other girls are noticing it too. They're just too afraid to say anything. I'm trying to do her a favor. So I told her, that's all. That's all. I don't get why she's freaking out.
I see. And how do you think her feelings were once you told her that?
I mean, maybe she was upset, but like, come on, I'm just trying to help her get friends.
I understand where you're coming from, but why don't we turn it around? What if it were you and she was the one who was saying mean things too? How would that make you feel?
Oh, yeah. Probably not be very happy.
Yeah, so I can see that it wouldn't make you feel very good, would it?
Probably
Yeah. So how are things going at home?
Alright, I guess. My brother's perfect. He graduated with a 4.0 and he's on a full-ride football scholarship to Alabama, so it's a really good school. He's super, super involved in everything. My parents love him. Me, not so much.
I see. So I think you're feeling a little bit of pressure to be just like your brother, and maybe even a little resentment towards him, because he puts so much pressure on you, and your parents want you to be just like him. Is that kind of what you're feeling?
Yeah, I think so.
So, do your parents know how you feel at all about any of this?
I mean, probably not. I'm really sad.
Yeah. So, how would you feel about maybe having them come in with you? And so all of us could talk about how you're feeling, and they can realize the pressure that you're under. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
Yeah, you think it would be okay, and
Yeah.
you'd be comfortable with that?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, so do you want me to contact your parents? Would that be okay? Or do you want to let them know? Because you would know when they were free.
I'll just bring them in with me next week, like this time.
Yeah, you think they'd be free during that?
That should be fine.
Okay, well, great. So we'll plan on you and your parents coming in a week from today. And if that changes, just let me know. Here's my number, and you can just call me, and we can set up another appointment when they're open.
Okay.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Have a great day.
You too.